Over the course of the past few months, I have been trying to answer the question of whether or not it's possible to complete every level of Pizza Tower without collecting toppins. While it has been a while since I made my last video on this topic, I think this video will have been well worth the wait. Before we start the video though, I want to say that my friend Clyde helped me with this video. He went through the war level for me while I went through some of the other levels, which helped me a ton. So make sure to subscribe to him, link in the description. And without further ado, let's get into the finale. We start off with Don't Make a Sound, known for being one of my favorite levels in the entire game, being a funny nod to the FNAF series. The first toppin is fairly easy to avoid, all you have to do is jump over it. Simple enough. With that, we continue onward. Moving on from that, we crawl through the vents, destroying the security in our way and avoiding those yucky toppins. The next toppin is a bit annoying to get around, considering the cheese makes it hard to jump and avoid. However, by super jumping over the toppin, we can remain at 0 toppins and continue forward with the level. Well, after we ignore what just happened, we reactivate the alarm. Fuck! Once we avoid getting jump scared, activate the alarm, and avoid the toppin, we continue forward through the level. After a while, we get chased by all of the animatronics, but we luckily avoid their deathly grasp. We find refuge in a room with a shotgun. Oh, it's time for revenge. Once we make our way through the enemies, barreling through them like it's nothing, we come face to face with the animatronics again. Only this time, we won't be running. After murdering nearly all of the mascots, we make our way down this hole and After murdering nearly all of the mascots, we make our way down this hole and avoid this toppin here, and book it back to the exit, avoiding some of the toppins we encountered earlier, and shooting a couple more mascots along the way. Up next is Pizza Scare, a pretty cool level unless you're doing this challenge, as literally every toppin poses a threat. It's pretty easy in the beginning, just running and dodging things, and banishing some ghosts along the way as well. But, like I said, it can't stay easy for long. Our first hurdle in this level is the first toppin, unsurprisingly. It's mainly just because I'm dumb and had difficulty gaining enough speed to break the metal block here, but I have to jump over the top and in the middle of the room, so I'll use that as a crutch to hide my complete lack of skill. After this room, we find another reason I hate my life, that being the second Toppin, once again directly in our path. I ran right into it on my first run, however after a bit of restarting, I made it over the Toppin carefully and slowly. Again, unsurprisingly, the third Toppin is a nuisance as well. I had to restart again, which I'm not proud of, but after just jumping over it, I could continue onward. Same thing with the fourth one. I was nervous about this Toppin as it's in a bit of a weird spot, but after ramming my head into the ceiling for a bit, I came up with the idea of, wait for it, jumping over it. Revolutionary stuff, I know, it's never been seen before. The same goes for the fifth one. If you aren't paying attention, you'll run right into it. Luckily, after all of this restarting and after running into all these Toppins, I was completely on edge and ready for anything to jump out at me. I jumped over it and looked at what I accomplished and pushed forward. After pizza time, there's not much in our way as long as you pay attention, you'll avoid the Toppins and make it to the exit. Next is the part Clyde helped me with. Thanks again, Clyde, you're a lifesaver. I suck at war. This level is incredibly quick and runs on a timer for the entire level, meaning you have to move fast. Thankfully, the level lets you equip Peppino with a shotgun, meaning blasting through your enemies is a breeze. This also means that since the level forces you to go quickly, they can't really make it a challenge to find all the collectibles, meaning Toppins are 100% in our way. Thankfully, Clyde has P-ranked the entire game, so he's got pretty much everything about this game memorized, from layout to locations, everything. It's something incredibly helpful with this challenge. Avoiding the Toppins he comes along the way, and collecting the extra time boosts as well. Unfortunately, not every Toppin is unavoidable. The tomato Toppin is in a narrow hallway with absolutely zero space to work with, so we sadly have to add a Toppin to the tally. Other than that one, however, all others are completely avoidable. And this is where I'd skip ahead to the end of the level and be like, hey, we only had to collect this many. But this is peak gameplay, so just sit still for a minute and watch this peak gameplay, okay? After this, we go back through the levels to collect the toppings required to unlock the final door. We make our way through a large room decorated with large pizza face statues, some that even move. After walking in on Pizza Face taking a shower, he runs away to prepare for the final fight. We give chase, and we chase after him and make our final ascent to the top of the tower. After beating Pizza Face in fight, we uncover the truth, that Pizza Face was never a real creature, simply a mechanism housing the true villain, Pizza Head. Once we've shot Pizza Face enough times, it seems as though we've won, but he gets back up. He laughs at us as we are faced with all the enemies we have to fight yet again. But I've had enough. Lupino screams in pure anger and terror and knocks back all but one foot. Pepperman. Once we've gone through each enemy and defeated them for a second time, Pizza Head comes back for one last showdown. Peppino, filled with rage, is prepared for this final brawl. We wake up to see Pizza Head's, head buried within the tower. After celebrating our victory, we jump down the hole and begin one last level. The crumbling tower of pizza. We race through the tower, grabbing our friends as we go, and make a mad dash to the exit before the tower crumbles apart from us inside. And with that, we've completed the game. We went through the entire game all to answer one question. How many toppings are unavoidable in Pizza Tower? And the answer is 4. Despite our best efforts, there were still toppings that were entirely unavoidable. It's a shame, really, but at the end of the day, that's way less than I could imagine. It was a hellish ride, sure, but at the end of the day, this challenge was incredibly fun. If you want to try this challenge out yourself, I highly recommend it. But with all this out of the way, thank you for joining me on this adventure, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!